Okay, getting to the slot, getting to the point where you're in a place where you can just go at the ball. So, I think there are three choices, and maybe there's more, I don't know, but three choices that I can think of that I've tried. So, the initial one I tried, which I think is the, intuitively, this one seems to make sense, is you just, if you can just rotate right back and rotate right through, you're going to just stay exactly where you are, right? And so that seems very simple, but it has a flaw, and the flaw is it doesn't account for the downward force of gravity. So if I'm doing that rotational move, I need to have a continuous sort of lifting force to keep that thing there. So I have to continue using muscular force this way till I get to the slot and then kind of contend with that. So I'm not in a free-flowing state. I'm in a controlled position all the way through. So the second one that I learned would be Moe Norman's swing method, which would be if you go actually put no lift into your swing and just rotate, what happens is when your body runs out of rotation just because it stops, that rotational force turns into a vertical lift. So this one you would just rotate back. It lifts itself right up. If you put the right amount of energy, it lifts itself right up into the perfect spot, and then from there you go through. So I'll demonstrate that one as best I can. You might see his look of his swinging that a little bit. And I think that's a very, it's a nice simple way to do it because you don't have to contend with gravity. Takes care of itself. You create a lifting force through rotation, and then you just rotate, shift and rotate back. So no lifting of the arms, really no action of the arms other than to maintain their position. And then they just go up to the slot, and then you go through. So the one that I'm doing now, which is maybe a little more complicated than that, but I think mechanically much better than just trying to go right at it, is to actually produce a lifting force early. So you're throwing up, letting it drop, and when it gets to the point, so it's up a little bit over feeling, and when it gets right to that spot, you can go. And I think the advantage of this one is it potentially produces a little more power because you've collected a little bit of a fall that then you turn into your swing. So I'll get a feel for this one and see if I can do it. And it will feel almost like you're lifting, to me, as someone that didn't do this, it feels like I'm lifting the club straight up this way, but when that's paired with rotation, obviously, it just brings me to here. Then there's a drop. And I'll go through, so let's see if I can do this one decently. So that's the one I'm doing now, but I would try all the versions and experiment with that, and I would suggest that the ones that don't maintain arm tension, if you can find something that doesn't maintain arm tension past this initial move, it gives you a chance to use your lower body better, shift forward more quickly, or earlier in the swing, get in a better position, and potentially be in a much more stable spot when you go at it. So if you can get back into your spot, then rotate, that's what you want. So whatever gets you there, and try feels that seem outlandish. Try Matt Wolf, or try going. I'm just going to go all the way along the ground and all the way. So try all the versions and then find which one actually works. So what's happening too with, if you do a lifting move, also gravity is acting, right? So if I throw the energy sort of that way, gravity is pushing down, and I will actually end up with the look of something that the force seems to be straight back and straight through, even though the force is actually a little more that way. So it's also, you're feeling what force you apply, but you're not feeling really what positions you're getting yourself into.